All right, everybody, welcome back to yet another edition of the Rock and Roll Geezers Show. I'm your host, Santa Murph. Today we got the big Christmas thing going on in full tilt, baby. You know, it's Christmas week and the temperatures are dropping through the floor, so it's just in time. So here we are, Christmas Rock and Roll Geezers Show. I'm your host, of course, Santa Murph, and my co-host, the legendary Christmas warrior. That would be Doc Fox. What's shaking, Doc?
Oh, splendid, sir. Yuletide greetings to you and yours, and Merry Rock and Roll Christmas. Yeah,
Indeed.
hope all of our loyal subscribers are having a wonderful Christmas season. And thanks for tuning into our Christmas episode. For those of you, this is your first time, please throw us a little Christmas present, hit that subscribe button. That would be awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah, what we do is just give you the rock and roll news for the week and give you our opinions on what's going on. So yeah, let's get right into it, man.
Absolutely. Big big band, big all over the place these days on the interweb, and that would be Pantera, the celebration of Pantera that is now in full swing. And I'll tell you what, I've seen some video of their performances, and people are
Oh
not
yeah.
disappointed. People are not disappointed that they are out playing, even if it isn't with Dimebag and Vinny. The people are very appreciative. I saw some footage from Chile. They're doing a headline
Oh yeah.
concert in Chile, a humongous crowd, and I'll tell you what, man, the crowd was insane, and the music sounded great. And I'll tell you, Rex and the singer, what, brain fart singer
Phil Anselmo.
Phil, Rex and Phil, they're probably going to make more money than they ever have coming up this year
Oh, no
because
doubt. No doubt.
the response is unbelievable. Every video I've seen so far, I mean, the great response, and they're starting to to set up their schedule. Like I said, they're going to be headlining Incarceration 2023. Not sure, wherever that is, but
It's in Mansfield, Ohio.
and they are going to be headlining. I'll tell you, that's going to be a good thing. They are super duper hot, and geez, they're doing the incarceration, and they're teaming up with Tool and Slipknot and Avenged Sevenfold. They're going to be doing a 2023 edition of the Rockville. Welcome to Rockville.
Yeah.
So, and Lord knows what, I think I've seen a few more too where they're heading into. And then of course they got the other tour going on with what's the other headliner? Metallica, right?
Metallica.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's so they're gonna be a busy band this summer, and gosh, I hope they come by somehow that so we can see them. That'd be great.
Well, they're spending the summer in Europe. They got the festivals that they're just all over the place. I really thought when they was announcing that they'd be coming back, I thought they would be doing a headline tour, but they're just kind of jumping on all these festivals, and of course the M72 tour with Metallica. So they're not
Mm.
really, well, they're headlining some of these festivals, but there's no headlining tour, part of it. So although it could be they're going to Europe in the summer, and then they'll be back here one more like June, July, and then they'll be back here in August, and they take off with Metallica, and that goes through November, and then they have some time off until August of next year, and then they resume with Metallica again. So I'm sure they're gonna find some stuff to do in between there as well. I mean, that's just
Oh,
what's lined up now. But yeah, definitely one of the stories of the year. Next week we'll be doing the year end wrap up, and I'm sure we will be talking about Pantera, man.
yeah, yeah, they're just warming up, and they're just going to get better and better as they go, So good for them, good for Rex and Phil. Going to make a ton of money. The whole band's going to make a ton of money. So and boy, I
Yeah,
tell
I
you what,
saw what you were talking about, the crowds. It's like, yeah, I'm not sure what they're playing. Probably soccer stadiums down there. Probably they're like, I don't know, 80,000, 100,000. I don't know, but
oh
everybody's
yeah,
just jumping and yeah, just going nuts, man. Yeah, so everybody's real excited to see him back. Like you said, yeah, they see Dime and Vinny out there, but just to hear the music again. Yeah,
Yeah, and
everybody's loving it. So
played by Zach. Yeah, so it sounds
yeah.
great too. They really do. They sound really good. Phil sounds good. Everybody's kicking it. So they're coming to Chicago, but they're part of that goofy two night Metallica schlong bang thing where they're throwing out there, the 2 night concert deal. I don't want to, no. I hopefully they find their way down to Tinley Park. Probably not, but you can always hope.
Nah.
But yeah, hopefully they'll stick around for a while, and we'll get to see them somewhere. But good for them, man. They're kicking ass and taking names. That's what I like to see.
Well, speaking of sticking around for a while,
Yeah. Oh, Paul Stanley from Kiss. Geez, we talked about this, how those guys, they're so money hungry, they're never going to let it die. And of course, Paul Stanley, he reaffirms that by basically saying that Kiss will never die. He relates it to like a sports team where new players come in and out, old players retire, blah blah blah. Yeah, like you said, we talked about, they're gonna make money off this puppy until they die, and they'll probably have their kids making money
and beyond.
off of it.
Oh yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that. Like you're saying, they're on this ever going tour right now that seems never going to end, but they say that is the final end when they do finish this one, which I tend to kind of believe in this time. But they keep talking a lot. Mostly we've been hearing about Gene. This is the first time we've heard from Paul on it, really.
Yeah.
But just talking about, there could be someone else they'll pass the torch on to, and I think he made comments along the lines of there's someone else that can do this job. But no, that's your band, dude. Kiss is these guys. You put somebody else in there. I'm a big believer in that. That's why I respect when Bonham passed and Zeppelin just hung it up. It's not the same band.
Yeah.
I respect bands do. I mean, sometimes you can plug in a bass player, I suppose, or something. But yeah.
Well, here's a quote from him. Stanley, he previously said Kiss has the, quote, right to evolve without him as a means of survival. There are bands touring at this point.
What does that mean? Hold on. What does that mean as a means of survival? It's the band. You're done. The band's done. Oh,
yeah,
Jesus.
You're worth 200 million. Yeah, I think you'll survive. But then he quotes, there are bands touring at this point with one or no original members, and I have no problem with that because it didn't happen overnight. He said it was a series of changes over years and decades. Now here we go. If someone were to say, well, there's no original members in one of the versions of Yes, I'd say, who cares? It sounds like Yes, and the pedigree is Yes. So is it Yes? Yes. I disagree with that. I'm sorry.
I disagree.
It's the original members. It's their unique playing that makes, music the music. So
that's just, a band is a band of people, and once those people change, it's a different band. It's not the same. You can play the same songs.
Yeah,
you can call yourself, you give yourself the same name, but it's not the same band.
Well, earlier this year, Gene said, the concept of a Kiss tour that featured no original members, hey, no big deal. The Blue Man Group and Phantom of the Opera tour around the world with different personnel. He told. So they don't
call themselves a band either.
Yeah, they're setting the dinner plate, man.
We're gonna see it come to fruition.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure we'll live long enough. I hope we live long enough to see it. I'm sure we will.
Oh, gosh,
but
they're never gonna end. It's never gonna end for them. But they'll keep feeding us with
as long as we got Mini Kiss, man, we'll be all right.
Mini Kiss, we definitely, yeah. Oh, jeez. And Axel, he just can't stay out of the news either. Of course. Geez, he calls himself a tosser.
Yeah.
Now, isn't Axel American or what? Does that sound like a British?
Well, he's referring to that incident where he tossed the mic into the crowd and busted that girl's face up or whatever. And so he's referring to that. Now he has to join Tossers Anonymous. And he did this in New Zealand where of course tosser means a
Oh
wanker
boy,
or whatnot.
nothing
Yeah.
but a
So
wanker, yeah.
but a good done for a good laugh. But yeah, just well the incident happened and we reported on that. It was in Australia, and they just had 2 or 3 shows left of their tour, which were in New Zealand. So on one of those shows, yeah, he made that comment, and
So yeah,
whatever.
the tour's over, right? Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah, they got
I
something
got.
coming up in July. Oh, they're
I was gonna say
headlining
that
something
I'm sure they're
over in
gonna get
England,
back
right?
on the
Yeah,
road next year, maybe take a few months off, but I imagine they're gonna get right back up and at it again.
yeah, they're headlining that British summertime festival or whatever we were talking about in
All right.
July next year. So they got time off between now and then, or
Yeah.
maybe not. Something else may come up. You never know. So,
Oh, it seems like everybody's getting busier and busier, So
yeah.
probably something will come up, but yeah, yeah. Come on. These bands need to head over to Alpine, or not to Alpine Valley, to Tinley Park. Speaking of that, let's stop right there. Yeah, we've got me and Doc. We secured our season lawn passes at Tinley Park, and so far the schedule. We got Matchbox 20. That Matchbox 20. That's a layover from last year, and they of course we mentioned they got Shania Twain, and they've got Foreigner, and Brett Michaels. We announced that last week, I think, with Brett
Yeah,
Michaels.
Brett Michaels is with Jefferson Starship and Night Ranger.
Night Ranger, that'll be a good one.
And other mystery guest, I guess.
Mark McGrath, I believe. Mark McGrath.
Well, Mark McGrath, yeah, and
Somebody else.
Steve Algeri, who
Yes.
replaced Steve Perry in Journey. He was the first YouTube replacement guy, yeah.
And but yeah, this week they announced the legendary ZZ Top, and being supported by Leonard Skinner.
Well, it's a co-headlining tour.
Is it
a co-headlining tour? Yeah, Leonard Skinner's ZZ Top.
Well, I'm always
my
gonna
preference
put
would
ZZ Top
be for
at the top.
ZZ Top to be the headliner.
Right,
yeah.
right. Mm-hmm.
And I've seen him before. Actually, that was my first concert with ZZ Top, so it'll be kind of a come full circle. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
But never seen Skinner. I'm looking forward to that. There's another band, one original member, Gary Rosington's the only original member.
Right.
But they got Johnny Van Zant's the brother, given the circumstances, it's
Yeah, that's still family. But nonetheless, isn't this their farewell tour or no?
I believe so. Yeah.
I think this is. I think
triple check on that, but yeah, I think so too. Yeah.
That'll be a night of great music. And Uncle Cracker, don't know, don't care.
Uncle Cracker's got some good tunes. I'm sure he'll
good. That'll be a good three-peat concert going there. So
yeah, I'm really looking forward to that one.
That's it so far, but I'm sure we've got so many more coming.
Oh, they announced Janet Jackson.
Oh, actually, May 31st, Janet Jackson. Do you believe that? Yeah. I think that'll probably be the first concert of the year. I'll probably go to that one just to get out of the house. Why not? Jeez, go there and shake my booty. Shake my my cranky old white booty. Oh God. I'll probably throw something out too. Therein lies the problem. I'll throw out a hip or something, and then I'll be tragic. But still, that'll be a good time. We'll see. Yeah, May 31st. That could be cold. Hell, it could still be cold as hell. But yeah, Janet Jackson, go figure.
Yeah, it's like Memorial Day weekend, so that's not too bad. But
yeah,
hopefully.
Yeah, we got
Chicago. You never know. Huh?
Oh, come on, bring back Korn. The venue, the Hollywood Casino Amphitheater. They put out a questionnaire. Question: who do you want us to book? And I basically I want to get Slipknot back there because they played up at they played north in Wisconsin last summer instead of down here in Chicago. But I told them, the long shot would be Meshuggah, of course. And Meshuggah is the long shot, but I'd like to see Slipknot back, and of course Korn. I imagine Korn will probably be back. We'll see. Who knows? There's so many bands out there that are chomping at the bit to get out there on tour. Although I've seen a few bands.
And there's bands that you don't even think of, and then once they announce them, you're like, yeah, sure, I'll go see them. Yeah, absolutely. So, we'll see what comes around.
Oh,
just get started.
What was the band? All these bands are making money, but not all bands are making money. Some bands, are actually not touring because of the overhead. The overhead's gone crazy. The transportation, the lodging,
Well, yeah,
everything,
Anthrax.
gasoline.
Yeah, mainly
Was it
that comes to mind.
Anthrax? Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. So it's not all peachy keen out there. Things are still expensive, overly expensive, and the tour is a big time business, and you sure don't want to lose money. You'd like to more than break even, but
yeah, no doubt.
gee, many creepers. So we'll see what happens there. But oh man, crazy, crazy stuff. And we've been talking about drones. Axel's had trouble with drones, and that's going to be the
Yeah,
new thing. The new thing's going to be trouble with drones. And the Faith Metal War vocalist Mike Patton was out. Well, he was down at Knotfest, Chile. There you go.
yeah, down Chile,
Chile,
right?
they rock down there. They rock real hard down in South America. I'll give them that. There's no holds barred down there. But sure enough, here comes a drone up in his face, and
Yep. I mean,
didn't
right in his face too. Yeah, they
yeah,
have video on it. Well, actually, he's it's Mike Patton of Faith No More, but he's got another band he's been in just as long called Mr. Bungle, and yeah, they were performing at a festival down there, and the drone. It's funny. You can look up on the video, and they have the split screen of what it looks like to the crowd, and then they have the actual. I don't know. They must have got a hold of the guy. The actual
the
camera
drone
from the
footage.
video. Yeah, the actual
Wow.
drone footage, and it's like right up in his face and he's swatting it and everything. And finally, he just takes the mic and gives a good 3 feet on the mic cord, gives it a swat, and the drone just kind of just takes off into the night.
Wow.
Just you
Uh,
don't even see it
see,
anymore. But
wow. The one person, the drone operator wouldn't come anywhere near would be Roger Daltrey of the Who, because when he swung that mic, he swung it in like a
right,
15-foot circle. I mean,
right,
he was an expert. Whip that
right,
sucker up way up there and yank it down perfectly.
right.
Just an amazing handler of the microphone. But that's going to be a continuing problem. Especially on
Both of
outdoor
these
gigs.
incidents were in other countries. I haven't heard any incidents in America yet, but
Oh
seems to
man.
me I don't even know how they get them in there. But yeah, we'll see. This is getting interesting. We'll see more of this, I'm
Well,
sure.
the technology is insane. So yeah, and anybody can be sitting out in a parking lot and take a
Right,
drone off and into the stadium it goes.
right.
If it's an open air stadium, sure. Who's gonna?
Yeah,
Wow, that could be real interesting,
it is
man.
gonna be interesting. How are they gonna stop it? What are they gonna do about it? So yeah,
But at the same time, like I've always said about technology, it's not going to be good in the end.
yeah.
It's going to be not going to be good because you can make drones into really
It
bad
is,
things. Yeah, there's idiots everywhere.
there's
So
always good technology, and then yeah, there's always people are assholes,
technology,
man. They just
they really
people
are.
people ruin everything.
And it's really sad when you see a lot of these concerts, even the Pantera footage I saw that was taped from the crowd. Everybody had their phone up recording, and
Right.
I shouldn't complain because the guy who taped the concert was doing the same thing with
Exactly.
the footage. But jeez, it's a shame because everybody's got their phone out, and you should just live in the moment because. Number one, you know damn well that there's going to be a ton of footage of that concert out
Right.
there so you don't have to waste your time looking at your screen. Look at the concert. So that was disappointing. So many people up on their phones. Just put the phone down and live in the moment.
Yeah. Like we've talked about it before. I guess it's kind of cool to have a souvenir photo or a little snippet video when they first come on or something. But to
Yeah,
sit there and think you're gonna record the whole show, for later viewing, dude, you're there. Come on. But
it,
okay, whatever.
yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, I'm sure we'll be seeing a lot of. I can't I can't help but say think that there's going to be a lot of problems with drones
I
because they're
know
so
some.
they're so sophisticated.
Yeah, we're gonna
You
hear
can be
more about this for
you can be
sure.
half a mile away, and have that drone right in a singer's face,
Yep. Yep.
with the deadly blades. It has deadly blades, chop somebody's head up or something. So, geez.
Oh, God
Yeah.
forbid some terrorist act comes, some drones come in and who God knows who knows what. But yeah, I'm sure we'll hear more about it though.
Oh yeah, yeah. A couple of comments on YouTube about this. This is dangerous. Drones flying on stage can hurt someone. Obviously, some bands have explosives and other things going on during the show. A drone getting in the way could potentially hurt a band member. Well,
Wow,
yeah. Well,
I hadn't even thought of
obviously,
that, but
yeah.
that's right. Yeah.
I cannot fault the artists and bands getting frustrated if this happens. Let's hope it doesn't become the norm, and because they're starting to share the videos of this saying, "Hey, you got to back off of this, people. This ain't gonna work. That's not rock and roll. If you want to keep your drone 20 feet back and just hover, even though that's still not cool.
Like
I
every
don't know.
band's gonna have to hire like a lasso guy, to stand there and lasso him out of the sky or something. I don't know.
Laser his ass or something. Jeez
Something, man.
almighty. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Next up, Rob Halford says, he's talking about the group Ghost, which is actually, they're one of the big deals these days. They're packing the houses, and their music is interesting. So he says they're one of the bands that really needs to, they're helping to refocus, re-energize the rock genre, and we need, quite honestly, a whole bunch more bands like that.
What is that
Because
noise?
what's that? I don't hear any noise. Nope, no, I don't hear any noise. We'll keep it rolling. But yeah, so he says, and he's right. They're one of the good bands. Uh, I've always dug their harmonies. You can always pick out. I always pick out their songs just because of the harmonies. So they've got something unique going on there, like with that. So that's excellent. And Halford, yeah, jeez. Speaking
He's
about,
kind of the elder statesman of metal at this point, so he's kind of giving his endorsement, I suppose, to Ghost, that they're the future of hard rock, and
yeah,
or not so much that, but just as they're an important band, that
yeah, and we need more bands like that because, like I say, when I can pick him out of the, I can pick out his style, when I hear it, and that's a good thing, man. You want bands writing good songs. They ain't metal; they're good hard rock, and puts on a good show. I've watched actually some of their live stuff, their live concerts, and
well, they have an
yeah,
interesting look for an interesting sound
yeah,
as well,
yeah,
but an interesting look to go along with it, and for the most part these days, I think most hard rock, just gone so extreme and almost underground, really, to where it's not in the mainstream anymore. So when you get an act like Ghost, and they've been around for a while, they've been, they've kind of paid their dues, but and even like Greta Van Fleet, or even like them or love them,
right,
hey
right, right,
man,
right. Yeah,
they're
yeah.
carrying the flag, man. So you got to support them, and
Basic good
and
rock and roll, baby.
just to keep some rock and roll out there in the, somewhat mainstream a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. It's all
I mean,
about the
I mean, face it,
songs.
most of the hard rock bands at this point that are in the mainstream are older acts, or older legacy acts. Ozzy, and I guess even Slipknot's even been around for
Oh
20
yeah,
plus years at this
forever,
point.
sure.
So yeah,
Yeah.
just to have someone to pass on the torch, man.
Well, Halford says that Ghost are an important band on a variety of levels. Rock and roll, I use that term loosely in this context, needs a band like Ghost to refocus and re-energize us. Tobias meticulously created and thought out, firstly, the strengths of Ghost musically, and secondly, the crucial visual elements. That's what you were just talking about. And both
Yeah.
have drawn us into his world of emeritus mystery and intrigue. As a fan, I am choosing the song Elizabeth because of its valuable insight into the origins of Tobias' singular manner of composition, arrangement, and textures. That's what I'm talking about. Whereas one can sense enormous potential. Yeah, yeah, good band. We need more bands like that. There's not enough. You talked about Greta Van Fleet. What do you got? Greta Van Fleet and Ghost. Other than that, you got bands trying to be new metal or anything. We just need good rock and roll songs, good melodies, good harmonies, good everything. That's what it takes, you know.
Yeah.
That's what people remember, you know, a well-written song. So
Yeah, with a little, with a little updating, twist to it, I suppose, but keep it fresh. But yeah,
fucking A. So you know, you're right, Rob. You know, and of course KK, he's going to be out with the Ripper and Tim Ripper Owen, and he's actually going to have Les Binks sit in on a few
yeah,
shows with KK's Priest. So obviously, you know, they're not going to be getting. He's not going to be getting back with Priest, and
yeah.
that's fine. More power
Unfortunately,
to him. You know, if he's happy.
yeah.
That's
Kind of looked
fine.
for a little while after the Hall of Fame thing that I know Ian Hill made some comments that might be kind of going that way a little bit, but
Oh man.
was not to be. It doesn't seem to be anyway. So
Oh, what a bummer. Let's see. Let me give him a. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, up again, Ted Nugent. You know, the little terrible Ted, man. He's 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 commenting on Ozzy Osbourne. You know, Ozzy Osbourne is leaving the hellhole of Los Angeles. You know, because he'd rather live in a tyrant England. You know, Ted just can't stay out of the controversy. You know,
oh yeah,
but
he's not shy of a microphone, man. That's for damn sure.
oh,
Yeah,
jeez.
and I watched the whole video, and it's not even so much commentary on Ozzy. It's just the state of Los Angeles, and that he just kind of threw it
Yeah.
in there. Even my good friend Ozzy's leaving to go back, and he throws into Tyrant England and make us
Well, you look at the situation
happy.
where
That's even better. But
well, terrible Ted. What a you know what a life. What a great life. You know, yeah. Say what you want about his politics, but what a great life. He's got all this hunting property down in Texas, and spends his life doing hunting trips with guests. You know, he's got a sunrise something or other down there, and he's just living the best life. So more power to you, Ted. You know, he's been hunting forever. You know, swears on the natural meat diet, which I'm sure is great. He's just living his best life. I should have checked his net worth. I bet he's worth a ton of money because he ain't spending it all on drugs, man. You know, but he's got the Sunrise Safaris. That's what it's called down there. And he brings people in. They go hunting, wild boar and deer and all that stuff. And every now and then he goes out and tours, which we saw him a couple of years back up here in Illinois. And so but yeah, he just seems to get himself in trouble with his mouth. But he's got his long-held beliefs, and you're not going to talk him out of it. That's for darn sure. So, yeah. But and I imagine he feels the same way about LA as Ozzy does. It's just a hellhole at this point. So I don't know. Did he blaming him for getting the hell out? Oh,
no. He's making the point that that it's just LA. You're just stepping over feces and needles, and who wants to live in that? And
here,
so,
here. Yeah, San Fran used to be beautiful. Now it's a hellhole. But speaking of Ozzy and the whole Ozzy clan, if you will, good grief. You know, we keep talking about how they just can't stop doing crap. You know, they don't have enough money. They must, I don't know, they must just be them kind of folk that they got to have the limelight. They can't go into the background. They just always got to be up front and center.
I think that's probably more Sharon. In this case, that's what we're going to talk about. I know, but I think it's Sharon's more so like that than any of them, really. I don't know.
I don't
Maybe
get
it's
it.
just from being in management for so long and now finally having the spotlight on herself. I don't know.
But they've got all the money now, and they're older, and it's like, stop being so narcissistic and just go away. Retire with your money and enjoy your kids and grandkids' money. No. She was doing some goofy travel channel. Ghost Adventurers is the name of the show.
Yeah,
Ghost
Jack. Their son Jack is the host of the show, I guess.
Come on,
show.
Jack. God. No,
So,
if I was her, I'd say, hey, Jack, guess what? There you go. But yeah, she's doing another damn show while Ozzy's commiserating on going back to England and paying the king's taxes. But she's doing a damn show, and apparently she had a medical issue, and they had to rush her ass to the hospital, for crying out loud. Jeez, I don't know. I don't know what.
Yeah, she just she just turned 70. So I mean, why push it? Exactly. I mean, why push it? So she's since been released and she's home now, and and they never disclosed what it was or anything, but
probably exhaustion.
I'm sure
probably
exhaustion.
Freaking exhaustion. Yeah. What's wrong with you people? Yeah. Like, you get that kind of money. If you want to stay in the States, you don't stay in LA. If you got that kind of money, you're in that age, you go buy 100 acres out in the middle of Tennessee or something, build you a nice retirement house with a pool.
Don't forget, when they're going back to England, they have a reality show waiting on them. What was it, Home to Roost or something? Yeah. So they're going to be in the limelight for who knows how long to come now. So
I don't get it, man, because Ozzy has admitted that he really can't even stand up at this point, hardly.
Yeah.
Unattended.
Yeah, as far as touring, yeah, he can't even. He can't
do shit. So we saw that story this week. That he admitted that he can't. Back in the day, he strutting back and forth from one end of the stage to the other.
Oh yeah.
Throwing out the F-bomb like it's M&M's. And now, remember, we saw him last year, or we saw him this year at some football game halftime show, and he had a brace right behind him that he could lean on, and he held the mic stand real hard.
The
whole show he held up. So it's time to give it up. What's your crazy wife gonna have you up to next, Ozzy? What kind of adventure are you gonna have to, go on for your wife to make some new stupid TV program?
Well, that's what's going to be, that reality show over there. So yeah, and who knows? God, I hope that's it. And I don't know, man. I hope they find some peace and let Jack and Kelly do what they're going to do.
Yeah. Really, you could support your whole family. Just go away. I'd be much happier to see him.
He's put out a great album. He can go out on top. He can go out on top, man.
I heard one of the songs off of it today on the radio.
Oh yeah,
excellent.
Yeah, your page number 9 on there.
You can't stand up anymore. There's no way you're going to be able to sing these songs live. Let's face it. It's all when you go into the studio, you can make things sound great, but live he sounds like crap anymore. And just with your health, knock it.
Well, also the Ozfest, the Metaverse, freaking.
Oh gosh! Don't remind me of that. I'll have nightmares.
Yeah, that's like a step down from Guitar Hero. Like to me, man.
That was so horrible. Oh my gosh!
Seems they're trying to cling on to something that they don't need to cling on to. I mean, they have a legacy. They have their fans. They there's nothing left for them to accomplish really. Like I said, he's put out a great new album. Just go out on top, man. Just go out on top.
Absolutely. Retire. Do you think about your health at some point? Your best days are way gone. You made a shitload of money. You're a legend. You don't have to keep going. Retire gracefully. I'd rather see you, going on a hike with your grandkids or something in the woods. Something like that. You've earned. Tell your wife, bitch, turn to Sharon and smack her and say, "I've had enough of this crap. I've rocked long enough, fucking A."
He's just kind of been reduced to a mumbling mess on the couch, It's kind of
Oh boy,
kind of sad, really. But
well.
Speaking of your health and
I found this interesting. Yeah, the Exploiteds. The Exploited. Yeah, not real super popular, but here's
Exploited.
Look at that, people.
Exploited CD.
Yeah.
The best of the Exploited 27 golden oldies.
How about it? So yeah, apparently Wadi Buchan.
He's just kind of known as Wadi, but yeah.
Wadi. He suffered his second on-stage heart attack. Now there's hardcore shit there. Wow.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Oh, well, Scottish punks. Oh man, they're the badass. Boy, oh boy, I wonder if he kept going. Let me see. Nope, he had a collapse. Oh,
Well, he
jeez.
did. Well, he did. He kept going until he collapsed. So
God bless him, man. Oh,
he had a
I
heart
feel for
attack
him.
on stage, and he tried to keep
Oh,
going, and eventually he just collapsed. I mean, just
oh,
obviously couldn't. So
that's wow.
and
Good for
he had
him.
another one in when was this? He had another one in Portugal in
Oh boy.
2014. They were touring with the
Oh,
Hatebreed at the time, and had a heart attack. And then he had another scare in 2017 in Belgium. They were touring with the Casualties. So I also have the Casualties.
oh,
All right,
outstanding. Yes, yes.
but
Well, that's a man
yeah,
after my own
my
heart,
time.
man.
Yeah, he's no pun intended. But yeah, he's called. They've called off the rest of their shows. They had just a few more, and then they had a couple more towards the end of the year, I guess. But that was about it. So, which we are at the
Well,
end of the year. But
I feel him. You know. Well, you know, I've had 4 heart attacks. I'll just put that out there. Might as well put it out there. Shit. You've heard me dance around it every now and then, but yeah, I've had 4 heart attacks. So that's why when we every now and then we'll talk about health and shit and all that crap. That's why we do it. It's because I've been there and done that. Oh man, really happy to still be here after number two. Number two was special. Number two was special. I'll just say that it was very special. And so I'm fortunate to be here. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be here with the Rock and Roll Geezers, man.
yeah, absolutely,
Christmas
man.
show with my good buddy Doc Vox, man. We're gonna have a great summer, I'll tell you. I can't wait because the heart can't get me down, man. My cardiologist keeps telling me how I've got the most amazingly strong heart. So I ain't got enough time for bullshit, it's rock and roll, baby. It's the Rock and Roll Geezers, and we're
Yep.
gonna rock and roll all weekend long. So good for him. I hope he. I didn't look into actually what he suffered from, but
Well, yeah, just a heart attack. I just ain't going to the
but yeah, is it clogged arteries?
cardiopulmonary or whatever. Yeah, yeah, I don't know exactly.
Yeah, it's something with me. It's all about the arteries. Yeah, they keep clogging up on me and shit. And 99, 95%, 99%, 99%. That was a good one. Yeah, that was a doozy. But life goes on, and sure, I'm digging it, man. So freaking a. Hey, we were talking about Kiss a lot and whatnot, and you mentioned this thing about Casablanca Records that they're going to be putting out a movie about Casablanca. And I
Yeah.
thought, I've seen that name a lot, but pretty much guess it was all basically around Kiss, right?
Well, Kiss was their really only rock act. They were a big time disco label.
Really?
They had Donna Summer, Village People,
Oh,
Parliament, George Clinton and Parliament,
oh yeah, oh yeah.
uh, uh, Bill Withers, Gladys Knight, some R&B acts, Isley Brothers. So Kiss was really the only rock act, but Kiss really made the label as well too. So
Yeah,
um,
I've seen it. I've seen that label everywhere, and that's why. Yeah,
yeah,
because
yeah,
of
and yeah,
Kiss.
they got a movie coming out called Spinning Gold, and it's about Neil Bogart and Casablanca Records, who were really like the first independent label that kind of got as big as they were. They were the first real big independent label, and yeah, they did
Mm-mm-mm.
it through mostly disco, really. Village People, remember Village
Wow.
People and Donna Summer and well, Parliament and Gladys Knight, all those were great artists. But yeah, Kiss were the ones that they kind of made or break them, man. And they were 7 million in debt at one time, and
Oh,
Kiss kind
ouch.
of dug them out of the hole, man. So yeah, it
Wow.
sounds like it'd be a good movie. I like movies like that, like Cadillac Records and
Oh, Cadillac
things like
Records is
that.
great. Yeah.
Show the history of labels and record companies and I'm sure there was some cutthroat shit back then. I'm sure the major labels didn't really want them around. So
No
yeah, it should
doubt.
be an interesting movie, huh?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I saw Almost Famous again the other night. That
Oh
reminded me
yeah,
all about the great rock scene, man.
yeah, that's a great movie. Yeah,
Stillwater. Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Speaking of, just a side note, speaking of that movie, Almost Famous with Kate Hudson,
Right.
she's actually going to be doing an album.
Right, you are, my man.
Yeah,
Yes, she
yeah.
is.
So
And
she's got lots of ties in the rock world. Her dad, obviously, Mark Hudson, with and Goldie Hawn, her mom, but Mark Hudson, big producer, big,
the
I
Hudson
can't,
brothers, they had a
yeah, that's,
TV. They had a TV
yeah,
show on Saturday mornings
yeah, I
back in the
remember that,
day, and
yeah,
I always remembered how great the music was. And
yeah,
there's the Hudson brothers, man. And
yeah,
so she's got the musical. She's got the gene. She's got the musical
yeah.
gene from her
And then, of
dad.
course, she
So
was married to Chris Robinson of the Black Crowes for a good long while. They're
yeah.
divorced now, but
But
so
yeah,
she's kind of got a little bit of rock pedigree to her. So yeah,
right
that might
on.
be interesting.
Yeah, yeah, good for her, freaking A. And one of my, I love the guitar. I love this guitarist, Tom Morello. Doesn't love his singer, sorry to say, is Zach. But yeah, he's got a lot of irons in the fire, if you will. And one of them is a group called Manskin. And
Monoskin.
Måneskin, and they've got a new single out called Gossip, and he's playing on it. So I haven't heard it yet, but I'm anxious to give it a listen and see what's up with that.
I'm very hip to Monoskin. They're an Italian band, and they won the Eurovision contest, which is
Ah,
a contest they've had over there since the 50s. I think I looked up it since 56. So nobody really of note came out except for ABBA. ABBA came out. They won that in '74, and now Måneskin won it. I don't know, a year or two ago. And yeah, they're a great rock band. Like we were talking about with like Ghost and Greta Van Fleet kind of
right.
carrying the torch to new rock bands. I think we can throw Måneskin into that. Although they're a little more pop, but they definitely got that rock attitude, and singer's got a real cool, distinct voice, and they got a great sound to them. So um, they had a song out on the Elvis movie this summer that came out. They had a song on there and
Okay.
stuff. So
All right.
they're
Yeah.
starting to break through a little bit. And yeah, they got Tom Morello on board to do a song, and that's coming out. I don't know, for first of the year, something like that. Maybe a little bit later, but yeah, I don't know. Måneskin, somebody to keep on our radar for sure, man. I kind of dig them.
Absolutely. Fucking A. Oh boy, oh boy. Christmas
There's
season,
definitely a
man.
band that could possibly come around to Tinley Park.
Well, come on, bring them. Come on,
I can see they're
folks.
about that caliber there. I can see it. Yeah.
Somebody should bring them for sure. Yeah, Christmas season, man. It's funny, you know. We hear a lot of Christmas songs. I'm one of these cats. I'll turn on the Christmas song station on my radio in the car and listen to it all. And it's all just, I'm a big Christmas music fan from back in the day. For crying out loud, man, we had them. We just had a well, they started way back in the 50s. We had all these great Christmas songs. If you remember the movie Lethal Weapon, what the heck was a song that was
Yeah,
real
Jingle
big
Bell
in that
Rock.
movie? Jingle Bell Rock. That was
Yeah.
big, and that era brought out a lot of it seems like you're almost required to put out a Christmas album or a Christmas song, at least if you're
Well, yeah,
a musician
yeah,
back then.
the rock world and the Christmas song thing, yeah, they linked up fairly early on. I mean, Elvis did a Christmas song in '57, as early as '57.
Streaming
And
only on Peacock. Oh, come on, you've got to be.
Yeah,
right there.
Elvis.
Yeah, and then the Jingle Bell Rock came out in '57, rocking around the Christmas tree. Remember Brenda Lee? This was like in '58. So right in that period, yeah, they kind of had a lot of everybody. Like I said, it was kind of almost mandatory if you were associated with the up and coming rock world to put out a Christmas album. So, and of course the Beatles. Everybody's done one, man. Beatles. Everybody's done one, man.
The Beatles did.
Well, they've done Christmas songs or a song, and then of course. Was more of a John Lennon song, but "Happy Christmas, War is Over," and
Is that the one that is he's almost disgusted? So this is Christmas.
right.
Okay. Yeah, and that's a popular song. Of course, Paul McCartney, "Simply Having a Wonderful Christmas Time," which is really a goofy song, but
and severely played, man. Yeah, that's like drilled in your head. So.
Oh,
But I mean,
but
they've even used the Christmas song. Remember with the Band-Aid thing when they did that? Remember, I got that on there. Do they know
oh
it's
yeah.
Christmas? When they
Oh
were doing
jeez.
the food drive for Ethiopia and all that. So it's always had that tie into it, man. Always. And even like hard rock bands will even do I think the Ramones did or no, was it just Joey solo?
Joey did a whole freaking record, man. It's amazing. A whole freaking record of songs. Yeah, wow. Of all the people who you wouldn't think, someone would be able to talk, hey, Joey, yeah, let's do a Christmas record, man. Who thought, whoever thought that would be a great idea? It's good to do one song like let's call it Springsteen. He did the classic,
Right.
Santa Claus Coming to Town,
Yeah.
and but that's one song. Okay, boom. But
Been
to do
practicing real hard, Clarence. Santa
it.
gonna bring you a new saxophone. Yeah.
That's right. I need a new saxophone. Yeah, but just the right. God bless him. But and I actually did some searching, and there's horrifying metal Christmas songs, with the screamers on there, and it's just disturbing
Yeah. Yeah.
at best. But I just I find it really amusing how rock stars just feel like they have to do the Christmas songs.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because we had if you remember David Bowie and Bing
That's right.
Crosby.
Yeah, that was a bizarre one, but
Well,
it's a great
Lord.
song, and it still gets played. I mean,
Oh
it's like,
yeah, yeah.
and
Hey, hello, hey, hi, I'm David Bowie. What's your name? Well, I'm Bingo. Pardon me while I beat my kids.
no. Well, he died a month after they recorded that.
Did he really?
Yeah, they recorded it in September '77, and he died in October. So,
Oh
it was
wow!
part of it. It was a Bing Crosby Christmas special, just like they used to do back then.
Sure.
And Bowie was he was pushing the Heroes album at the time, so he was kind of, and I don't know how they got linked up. I looked into it, I couldn't find how, but it was just as part of that marketing of pushing that album, and I don't know, he was on that show, and remember Bowie did Bing did the Little Drummer Boy, and then Bowie did another song, Peace on Earth.
Right. Yeah, they blended them together.
That part of the song was written specifically for the show.
Very cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a lot of times producers and people that do those kind of things kind of screw things up. They kind of nailed it on that one.
I'm gonna throw that. I'll throw that on the. I'll throw that video on the Rock and Roll Geezers Facebook
There you
page.
go. Yeah.
Check it out there. But it's very cool, and just yeah.
They always like when AC/DC when they did All I Need or All I Want's a Mistress for Christmas. Those are all good ones. Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. Jeez, it just very crazy time. Of course, Greg Lake, I Believe in Father Christmas. That's one of the great Christmas songs, as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, the King's Father Christmas, man. That's it, man.
Father Christmas there
that's
too.
Kind of the anti-Christmas, but that's a great Christmas song, man.
Jethro Tull Christmas song, another great, just really great songs for the season. And man, we need it, man. And it just it's been a hell of a year. What a year for wankers, as far as I'm concerned, man. We need a good Christmas.
There's one out there with Lemmy doing "Run Run Rudolph." That's pretty good. So,
Lemmy, you can't go wrong with Lemmy.
Everybody's done one, man. Everybody.
Yeah, there's some great ones on there. Bobby Helmsville, the Jingle Bell Rock. That's
right.
That one stands out right there. Yeah. And of course, there's great memes out there. What's her name? All I Want for Christmas. What's her name?
Oh, Mariah Carey. Yeah.
Mariah Carey. There's a great meme there that goes with the Shining meme where Jack's breaking through the bedroom door with the axe.
Right.
And then, instead of Jack, it's Mariah Carey coming through the door singing. So that would scare anybody.
You can't escape it.
Yeah, how about that? But oh man. Very cool. So yeah, Christmas, we just got a few days away. Gonna get a big snowstorm, I think. Let me see, this is Monday. I think Wednesday we got a snowstorm coming
Oh
in.
yeah, all right.
I think we're gonna have a white Christmas, so very cool. You know, it is what it is. I'm just gonna stay inside and see what happens, you know. But Merry Christmas, everybody. I hope it's a great. I hope it's gonna be a great Christmas season, and let's hope for a great 2023. Uh, the season tickets are now for sale for the lawn seats are for sale for the Tinley Park Hollywood Casino Amphitheater. So if you want to join us on the lawn, grab yourself some lawn season tickets because we'll be there a lot this summer for sure.
Yeah.
I know Doc ain't going to be at the Foreigner show, but I'll be there. I feel it's my duty, Doc. It's my duty to report on the concert to the Rock and Roll Geezers show.
Yeah,
So
we'll see what other
I'm
shows
gonna
are
suck it
around
up,
that one. You know,
I'll dig
maybe if
deep.
there's a lull in the action, I may attend, but we'll see. But
But yeah, if you can, yeah, if you're in the area, in the Chicago area, grab some lawn seats and let us know so you can join us because we have a good time. I'll tell you that. There's no lack for a good time going on. So
no, we went to a dozen shows last year, and I
yes,
think that they had at least twice that many. I think they probably had about 30 shows all summer. So
yeah, we could have
I mean,
doubled
there's
our.
a ton more that we could have gone to. So depending on who they got, maybe we'll do that this year. We'll see. So
Yeah, so thanks again, everybody, and have yourself a Merry Christmas, and we'll see you. We got one more show before the end of the year, our end of the year spectacular. Can't wait. But have yourself a good one. Have yourself a good Merry Christmas. Give all the people you love a good hug, and take us home, Doc.
yeah, have a very Merry Christmas to you and yours, or whatever holiday you participate in, and just enjoy your family and your loved ones. And join us next week. We'll have our end of the year wrap up. We'll talk about all the big stories in rock and roll over the past year, and look forward to the upcoming year. So till then, have a great rock and roll filled week, and we will see you next time.